Right. My name is Emmanuel To from KTN News. I have two questions. One, the president yesterday cracked the whip at KEMSA.
Huh?
I'm here, Baba niko hapa. I'm here. Nachunga camera. So, yesterday the president cracked the whip at KEMSA, firing the PS and some members at KEMSA. Do you think, what is your take on that? KEMSA, Kenya Medical Supplies Authority. What's your comment on that? Is the government committed to fighting corruption? Number two, on Sunday and Saturday, we saw you with the president in Nyandarua, in Kasarani, and in Nyayo. You had a busy weekend with the president. Does it affect your watchdog role as oversighting the government, and are you planning anything? The question is on KEMSA.
KEMSA. Now, KEMSA issue, these are all these issues we talked about, issues of corruption. The government is actually reacting. They're reacting to a very major issue. I don't think that this is the only scandal that they have in KEMSA. I think within a short period of time, you're going to be seeing hemorrhage in this government. But then, you see, you have a government should be run as a government. You have ministers who are charged with these responsibilities. Why are we not seeing ministers? Why is the president the one coming up with the key policy issues in respective ministries? The other day, the president was talking about student loans with the permanent secretary, and there was no minister. And that is in the State House. A major policy statement on education should come from Minister of Education in his ministry. If there's a scandal in KEMSA, there should be Minister for Health, or even a permanent secretary for health, medical services. This other one here is just PS for public health. So it raises more questions than it answers. What the so-called surgery in the ministry. Okay. The most tangible result of this bill will be the incorporation of more Kenyans into the ranks of the poor. Consequently, we state as follows. 1. We continue to demand a major surgery of the finance bill in the interest of the suffering people of Kenya. 2. Instead of merely levying more taxes on Kenyans, Kenya Kwanza must address the economy's many structural shortcomings. For instance, there's a reason why the Kenya Revenue Authority is unable to meet its revenue targets. Kenya Kwanza must figure out and address the problem. 3. The cash flow problem in the country is due in part to the weakening of the Kenyan currency. The weakness is not just vis-a-vis the US dollar. Our currency fell significantly against the Tanzanian shilling by nearly 10% since last September. This suggests that domestic factors are causing part of the decline of the Kenyan shilling. Kenya Kwanza must get to the bottom of this problem and stabilize the shilling. 4. Kenya Kwanza must strengthen and not undermine critical institutions such as those tasked with fighting corruption, collecting revenue, and investigating and prosecuting crimes as it is presently doing. 5. Kenya Kwanza must incorporate all productive citizens into its nation-building projects. Currently, the regime has alienated a huge section of the population who see themselves as outsiders and strangers in their own country. 6. Kenya Kwanza must rationalize public expenditure. It must live within its means instead of spending money it does not have on programs and projects in the country does not need. 7. Kenya Kwanza must address the public concern that even as taxes rise on everything and for everyone, there is no clear plan to spend new tax revenues on welfare programs for the poor. Instead, those taxes will only stoke inflation and hurt the purchasing power of the poor families. 8. We appeal to all Kenyans to participate actively in the process of validation and express themselves loudly and clearly that they cannot take any more burden. We equally encourage our people to lobby our elected leaders to stand with the people on this matter. Punda imechoka. 9. Finally, we make it clear that if this bill is railroaded through Parliament, Kenya Kwanza must prepare that we will have no option but to mobilize citizens around the country to fight for themselves. We will have no option but to mobilize all the social sectors and take all the necessary political actions to stop this blow and burden. Punda imechoka. Thank you.